Welcome to the weekend. David Molko here with you on this glorious Friday evening. 79 degrees in the Rose City on a bright and sunny day where we nearly cracked 80. I suppose there's still time. Right, sunset now pushing past 8 o'clock on what you might call another jackpot weather day across the Northwest. Let's get right to meteorologist Chris McGinnis soaking it in on the KGW weather deck.
I'm blinded by the light here.
There. Put some sunglasses on there. Looking good, though.
The sun kind of like right in my eye out here now. Here's in the studio. Yes, you mentioned it, 79 degrees the high at PDX this afternoon. Not a record, but well above average, of course, for this time of the year. And a lot warmer than what we're going to be experiencing as we go into the weekend. So if you have plans to get out on the town this evening, well, if you haven't made plans, do it. It's really nice. All right, let's get you out the door. A quick look from our Wells Fargo sky camera. It shows you the beautiful sky here as we get to stand live here on our custom weather deck, brought to you by Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking. Last check at PDX as we advance, we're in the 70s still, mid-70s at the airport, 79 actually, which still represents our high for the day. So David, to your point, it could inch up another degree between now and then. Elsewhere across the region, we are generally in the mid to upper 70s across Northwest Oregon and Southwest Washington this afternoon. 69 in Happy Valley, 79 at the airport, 78 in King City. And as we go out wider, we're in the upper 60s out towards Pendleton. The Dalles right now checking in with 75 degrees. Okay, real quick, let's go out and show you the visible satellite imagery. It is gorgeous. There's hardly a cloud in the sky here across the region. We'll get to that in a second. There's the temperature trend for the rest of this evening. It's going to be lovely. Through 10 o'clock tonight, temperature should remain above 60 degrees. And then as we show you the visible satellite imagery, it's clear now, but I wanted to show you the clouds offshore. That is our next weather maker, which takes me to this, which is our weekend forecast, which is A, much cooler, and B, a little wet. So here's the lowdown on the rain that comes in tomorrow. It's going to be out of here before most people are probably out of bed on Saturday morning. And Saturday afternoon will be noticeably cooler and breezy, but I still think pretty nice. Sunday looks like it's going to be a pretty cloudy day, Easter Sunday that is, with 1 or 2 light rain showers. None of this rain looks terribly heavy, but again, a big change from where we are today. There are 70s back in my 7-day forecast. I'll show you that coming up in just a few minutes. David?
Man, get the guy some shades already. Good to see you, Chris. We'll see you in a few. All right, now to our top story at 6. A week after a threat made against Silverton High School led to a lockdown, the district canceled classes out of an abundance of caution because of another threat. Alma McCarty talked to parents in Silverton who say they are growing frustrated.
Out here in Silverton, I've heard some disappointment, I've heard some frustration, but many say that they're grateful the district erred on the side of caution and made this call.
Friday afternoon in Silverton.
This has really taken our community by storm.
The high school sits empty. Classes canceled by the district out of an abundance of caution due to an implied threat. This one day after police received a computer-generated phone call about an emerging incident, a threat to the school. Officers found no threat Thursday, and students went home as usual. But last Friday, reports of a possible shooting at the school prompted a lockdown as officers swept the building one classroom at a time.
It is scary, at the end of the day, it is scary. Seeing that, that's not what you expect.
Parents in Silverton recall getting messages about the now unsubstantiated threat. Jennifer Ridgway's daughter is a senior.
I was just, it makes me a little emotional having 2 kids in the school district, but not only that, I work with kids.
Friday's school closure, she says, is frustrating, but she understands the district's decision to put safety first.
I think being a parent, in the pit of my stomach, it just takes you back to last week. Like there's it's unsettling, but like I said, I think there's something in staying calm and not borrowing worry and not giving in to those threats. Like that is not this community.
I really do hope that there will be consequences, and it is frustrating that there haven't been yet.
Bridget McCombie-Veach, another parent in the school system, tells me she's disappointed about classes being canceled due to yet another threat.
To find out this morning that it was because of a second, swatting incident, it kind of makes me angry because we haven't seen anybody arrested.
The Silverton Police Department tells me that Friday's threats were isolated to the high school, but that they are investigating all of these incidents. In Silverton, Alma McCarty, KGW News.
In your headlines, Highway 26 is back open this evening in the Cascades after a crash involving a semi caused a major mess. The semi collided with an SUV 5 miles west of Government Camp just before 6:30 this morning, spilling a load of hay all over the highway. The SUV driver was seriously hurt and had to be life flighted. That crash remains under investigation. Tonight, a Cowlitz County family is pleading for the public's help to find a mother who has been missing for months now. 33-year-old Haley Athy, who has 3 children, was last seen in the Kelso area in November. Friends and family have not been able to contact her by phone or on social media, which they say is out of character.
Even though she struggled, she would stay in contact. You know, she would let me know that she's okay. She would give me a call.
The sheriff's office has called Athy's disappearance suspicious and say their investigation is ongoing. If you've seen Haley Athy or have any information, contact the Cowlitz County Sheriff's Office at this number. It is 360-577-3092. And Portland police say they're preparing for another large protest and march downtown. Multiple groups have posted on social media urging people to gather late Saturday morning at Pioneer Courthouse Square to protest the Trump administration's actions. 2 weeks ago, thousands attended a similar protest and march. Police say so-called dialogue officers have reached out to organizers about their plans and will be on site tomorrow, but expect some disruptions if you plan on driving downtown. Brand new at 6, a KGW investigation into nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas, with health officials now sounding the alarm following a spike in dangerous incidents. Investigator reporter Kyle Bochi is here. Kyle, that includes a Gresham couple who were left temporarily paralyzed. Sounds serious here.
It is indeed. In March, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a warning about nitrous oxide, explaining that misuse can lead to serious health problems, including death. But despite that warning, we found nitrous oxide available throughout the Portland area. It's legal and is being sold in big, colorful tanks with candy-like flavors. Life was filled with adventure for Vito Oliveri and his fiancée, Emily Shuford. The young couple loved to explore new places and outdoor experiences.
We would go to Vegas and Phoenix and California.
Arizona, Bend a lot.
But these days, just getting around their Gresham home is a journey.
Yeah, it's a lot different, for sure.
They have trouble with strength and balance due to nerve damage caused by inhaling nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas.
I completely lost it and I couldn't walk. I had to physically learn how to walk again.
Nitrous oxide is commonly used as a sedative in medicine and in the kitchen to make whipped cream. For years, people have inhaled the small canisters of whippets to get a brief high.
They call it like hippie crack.
Recently, health officials have become increasingly concerned about nitrous oxide and its potential harm. In mid-March, the FDA warned intentional misuse of nitrous oxide can lead to serious adverse health effects, including death. Data from the Oregon Poison Center shows a spike in cases from 15 calls in 2023 to 56 last year.
The increased use is being seen very prominently among young people, so ages 20 to 40, but particularly 20 to 29.
Dr. Courtney Temple, an assistant professor of emergency medicine at OHSU, believes this surge in cases could be linked to social media, increased availability, and creative marketing.
Well, the packaging now has become very bright, very colorful.
We found several smoke shops in the Portland area selling large canisters of nitrous oxide. There's Space Gas and Miami Magic. The gas comes in fruity flavors like Juicy Peach, Cosmic Grape, and Watermelon Eclipse.
It seems like the marketing of the product has definitely changed to like a younger crowd.
Vito explains initially he and Emily started by inhaling whippets. They liked the euphoric effect. But as their addiction grew, they turned to larger cylinders of gas that were delivered to their home.
I've never really been addicted to something, and this thing really got a hold of us.
In April of 2022, Vito started showing signs of nerve damage from prolonged use of nitrous oxide. His legs started to shake.
The first thing I noticed was tingling, like in my toes, pins and needles.
Emily had similar symptoms.
I got the tightness like in my ankles.
They'd both be hospitalized. Doctors explained that the nitrous oxide created a vitamin B12 deficiency, which left them both temporarily paralyzed.
If you want to keep walking, don't do it.
The Oregon legislature is considering a bill that would require age verification to make sure anyone buying nitrous oxide is at least 18 years old.
Really, all we're trying to do is make sure that kids aren't able to easily access this.
Other cities and states across the country have passed laws restricting access. Last year, Louisiana became the first state to ban the sale of nitrous oxide to the general public.
You can see the canister that's here before you. That would be over 22,000 servings of whipped cream.
It's not a safe way to, get high or whatever.
Vito and Emily hope others learn from their experience. These brightly colored canisters are nothing to laugh at.
I would just go as far to say I just don't even think it should be regulated. I think it should be completely banned.
This young couple has come to realize life may never be the same. Long hikes and outdoor adventures have been replaced with physical therapy as they try to recover from the harmful effects of nitrous oxide.
Well, a call for a ban there from someone who learned the hard way. Any chance that Oregon could follow Louisiana?
So as it's written now, that bill in Oregon focuses specifically on age verification. It has passed the House, is in the Senate now. The sponsor of the bill, a lawmaker from Southern Oregon, says it's a starting point. She would like to see much stronger laws in the book, specifically for accessing nitrous oxide.
Yeah, pretty revealing reporting there, hopefully starting a conversation here. Appreciate it, Kyle, as always. Thanks so much.